incredible achievements. It's a privilege and joy to be amongst all of you on this momentous occasion. Before we begin, may I request you to please take a few moments to put your mobile phones on silent. I also request you to please remain seated until the end of the ceremony, which ends with the national anthem, hat toss, and procession back to the academic center. We have over 470 students graduating today, and we would like to ensure that the last student on stage gets the very same applause and cheers as the first student. Yeah, thank you. We will start the graduation ceremony with an invocation by two of PGP class of 26 students, Prasha and Saransh Nanda. I kindly invite them on stage.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Thank you. I'd like to invite our Dean, Professor Madan Palutla, to address the graduating class.
Good afternoon, all. Welcome, Chief Guest Jay Galla. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation to address the graduating students, faculty, staff, families of our graduating class, and most importantly, our graduating cohorts from the PGP Max, the PGP Pro, the PGP MFAB, and the AMP in Business Analytics. Today marks the culmination of months of hard work. Graduating from a rigorous program while holding demanding jobs is no small achievement. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and the quiet support of families who absorb the pressure that comes with such commitments. So this accomplishment belongs not only to you, but also to your families and your loved ones who made this journey possible for you. Along the way of learning, partying, I know at least one cohort that did a lot of that, something else has happened here. You have formed friendships and professional bonds that will endure long after today. Long after the lectures fade, the assignments are forgotten, the people you met here today will remain part of your lives. In many ways, these relationships are among the most enduring outcomes of your time at the Indian School of Business. You have returned to school at a particularly unusual moment in history. Every generation believes it lives through interesting times, unique times, but I think for your generation, this is actually really true. The world today is experiencing changes of a magnitude we have not seen for many decades. The last time we saw geopolitical shifts of comparable scale was in the period surrounding the Second World War. At the same time, we are witnessing technological advances at a pace that is unprecedented since the Industrial Revolution. These two forces, geopolitical uncertainty and technological transformation, are reshaping the world you will lead in. Technology has given humanity extraordinary capabilities. If harnessed well, it offers the possibility of addressing problems that once seemed beyond our reach. Whether in climate change, disease eradication, the provision of education, or economic inclusion, progress that once took generations can now happen within years. But technology alone does not guarantee progress. For these advances to truly benefit society, the world must find a way to work together. That requires leadership. Leadership that places long-term human welfare above short-term advantage. Unfortunately, leadership across the globe often seems to be falling short of that standard today. And business has not always filled that gap. At times, business has stood on the sidelines when it should have spoken up. At other times, it has been complicit in decisions that have made the world more divided than more inclusive. This is why your role matters. Each of you carries a certain privilege, the privilege of education, influence, and opportunity. The organizations you work in will look to you for your skills and expertise, some of which you have gained here. But the most important contribution you can make may not simply be technical competence, it may be your judgment. The willingness to ask difficult questions when others are silent. The courage to challenge decisions that may be profitable but harm vulnerable others. The clarity to recognize that leadership is not simply about authority, but also about responsibility. The world does not improve automatically. Institutions do not become better on their own. They improve only when individuals within them choose to act with integrity and conviction. That responsibility now belongs to you. Before I conclude, let me leave you with one final thought. Your relationship with this school does not end today. It evolves. Remain connected with your school, with your classmates, and with the broader alumni community. These networks of trust and friendship are among the greatest gift this school can offer you. As you go forward, know that your school will always be cheering you on as you build your careers and shape the world around you. Congratulations to all of you, and please remember this: the true measure of your success will not be the positions you hold, but the courage with which you choose to lead when it matters the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Jayadev Galla, co-founder and chairman of the Amara Raja Group. Under his leadership, the group has grown into a global energy and mobility enterprise driven by innovation, scale, and a forward-looking vision for sustainable technologies. An accomplished business leader, former member of parliament, and a respected voice in industry and public policy, Mr. Galla brings with him a wealth of experience in building institutions, leading transformation, and shaping the future of energy and the industry. From scaling a fledgling enterprise into a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate to championing next-generation energy solutions, his journey reflects resilience, purpose, and visionary leadership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jayadev Galla to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dean Madan Pilutla Garu, Deputy Dean, Academic Programs, Professor Deepa Mani Garu, distinguished faculty members, family members, guests, friends from media, and most importantly, my dear graduating students. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you on this defining day in your lives. Convocation ceremonies are moments of celebration, but they're also moments of transition. Today, you're stepping out of an institution that has shaped your thinking and stepping into a world that is being reshaped in real time. We are living through one of the most consequential periods in modern economic history. For nearly 3 decades, globalization has appeared unstoppable. Supply chains stretched across continents. Capital flowed freely. Talent moved seamlessly. But the world that you are graduating into is different. Geopolitical realignments, strategic competition among great powers, trade restrictions, energy security concerns, and the redesign of supply chains are fundamentally changing how nations and corporations operate. We are moving from efficiency-driven globalization to a resilience-driven globalization. For businesses, this means the playbook has changed. Scale alone is no longer enough. Cost arbitrage is no longer a durable advantage. Success today demands adaptability, strategic diversification, technological depth, and geopolitical awareness. Companies must build optionality into their supply chains. They must localize intelligently while competing globally. They must hedge risks while still investing boldly. As someone who has led a large manufacturing enterprise with visions of being global, I can tell you this: uncertainty is no longer episodic. It is now structural. And layered on top of these geopolitical shifts is perhaps the most transformative force of our generation. I'm sure you're sick of hearing about it, but that is artificial intelligence. I've been to a few conferences. I was just talking to the dean before coming in here. The first this year was CES in Las Vegas, the Consumer Electronics Show. Then I attended Davos, the World Economic Forum. And then the last one I attended was the AI Summit in New Delhi, recently concluded. And in all of these, the message was very clear. In spite of all the geopolitical tensions and developments that were happening in real time during these conferences, AI still took the center stage in terms of what is going to be the long-term impact in this world. It's not just another technology cycle. It's what economists call a general purpose technology, like electricity or the internet, something that fundamentally reshapes productivity, decision-making, and value creation. Entire functions, from analytics to design, from logistics to customer engagement, are already being transformed by systems that learn and improve continuously. But AI did not appear suddenly. It's the culmination of multiple technology revolutions over the years. Electricity, the telegraph, the telephone, personal computers, the internet, mobile telephony, data networks, the energy transition that we are going through, all of these in many ways, AI is a convergence of all of these innovations. And it will transform every industry. And I believe two sectors that will feel its impact most profoundly and probably more earlier than others would be education and healthcare. I'm speaking today at the graduation ceremony of one of the world's premier business schools, an institution that has produced exceptional leaders. But it is worth asking a provocative question. How long will the traditional model of education remain unchanged? For centuries, education for elites were personalized. In ancient Greece, India, and China, and many other ancient civilizations, learning often happened through individual tutors and mentors. With AI, we may be returning to that model, but this time at scale. In the future, each learner could potentially have access to a personalized digital tutor that adapts to their strengths, weaknesses, and pace of learning. Education may evolve from fixed institutions toward networked ecosystems of learning, where people continuously upgrade their capabilities throughout life. Which brings me to a hard truth about careers. For my generation and the generation before us, there was an implicit social contract. You pursue a degree, you join an organization, you build expertise, you climb the ladder. Longevity equals stability, stability equals success, but that linear model is now fading. We are moving from the idea of a career for a lifetime to the idea of a lifetime of careers. Part of the reason is something remarkable, and that is people are living longer than ever before. Consider this perspective from history. Alexander the Great completed the main phase of his conquests by the age of 25, and he died at the age of 32. Nowadays, we're still trying to figure out what we want to do in life by 35 or by 40 in some cases, which is okay because people around us are also living much longer. In those ancient societies, life expectancy at birth was often only around 25 to 30. So the oldest people in society were not beyond 35 or 40 probably. So people had to take responsibilities at a much younger age. They had to do things much sooner because they didn't have all the time in the world to think about it. So now we have, in 1950, life expectancy was only 41 in India. It's now 72, and soon we'll be seeing that crossing probably 100 much faster than it took us to get to 72. So that means we have 75 years of working life. What are we going to do with it? At least 50, 60 years of working life, even if you think about retirement. So it means you have the opportunity to do many different things, not just one. I've always believed and said many times before that learning is not a phase of life, but it has to become a way of life. And in the age of AI, this has become even more important. Skills are becoming obsolete faster than ever before. Your competitive advantage will not simply be knowledge, but it will be learning velocity. How fast can you continue to learn? Not just expertise, but adaptability. Not just intelligence, but judgment. Machines can process information and optimize patterns, but they cannot replicate human values, ethical reasoning, creativity born from lived experience, or the courage to make decisions under uncertainty. The professionals who will thrive are those who combine analytical rigor with emotional intelligence, those who can work across cultures, those who understand technology not as a threat, but as a collaborator. But thriving in such an environment requires something deeper, and that is agility and resilience in these uncertain times. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from failure and becoming stronger because of it. Today, we increasingly talk about two complementary ideas: agile resilience and resilient agility. Agile resilience refers to a dynamic type of recovery. Instead of just bouncing back to exactly how things were, an agile resilience system learns from the disruption and evolves its structure during the recovery process. For example, a company's supply chain breaks, and instead of just fixing the old one, they quickly set up a new diversified digital network. This is a focus on not just recovery, but improving during the recovery phase. The second, resilient agility. This refers to the stamina of your flexibility. It's the ability to keep pivoting and changing direction repeatedly without the team or the system burning out or collapsing under the stress of constant change. For example, a startup that has survived 4 major pivots in just 2 years without losing its core team or its financial stability. The future is going to demand both of these. How do you build that kind of resilience? First, we have to cultivate intellectual humility. The willingness to admit you do not know is the beginning of learning. Second, build a breadth alongside the depth. Depth gives you credibility, but breadth gives you perspective. Third, invest in physical and mental discipline. In volatile environments, clarity of thinking becomes a strategic advantage. Fourth, anchor yourself in values. When the world around you changes rapidly, your values will provide you stability. And finally, surround yourself with people who challenge you. Comfort rarely produces results. At the organizational level, agility and resilience will require strategic diversification in all respects. Diversification of products, customers, supply chains, and production basis across geographies. If you need to pivot, you need options. Diversification will provide you with those options. There's a price to pay for all of this agility and resilience, and that is some amount of efficiency. The cost of efficiency is not only an insurance policy against sudden and unpredictable shocks, but it will also create a springboard for new opportunities. In chess, we call it playing for position instead of playing for pieces. You have to create a position in order to take care of unexpected opportunities as well. Another profound shift will occur how we think about work itself. For centuries, labor was the primary economic output. But we are now entering a world where data is becoming more valuable than labor. Every day we generate enormous amounts of data, far more than we generate labor. Or not maybe today, but in future, far more than we generate labor. Societies will increasingly have to answer an important question. How do individuals derive value from the data that they create? At the same time, AI will also transform your careers. Instead of working for one employer throughout your life, many of you may work with multiple organizations simultaneously doing the same thing, or for many organizations doing different things for different organizations. You may pursue multiple careers at the same time. You may even design autonomous AI systems that perform specialized tasks on your behalf and get paid for it. We are moving from career for a lifetime to a lifetime of careers, and now towards multiple careers, maybe at the same time. For nearly 10 years, I personally pursued 2 careers simultaneously, as both a businessman and as a politician. That required building teams and delegating responsibilities, basically utilization of large amounts of resources. But technology is now democratizing that capability. What was once the purview of someone who had access to large resources may soon be possible for everyone. Which brings me to a mindset shift. You must begin thinking as AI natives. Don't ask, how do we add AI to what we already do? Instead, you have to ask, if we are starting from scratch today in an AI-driven world, how would we design this? Applying this design thinking across research, operations, and every aspect of the value chain needs to be seen through the AI native lens. And most importantly, business model innovation through the AI native lens is really going to be where the value is created in the future. Some products and services will disappear overnight, but the underlying needs that those products and services fulfill will still remain. The winners will be those who reinvent how those needs are fulfilled. Let me conclude with a few words about opportunity. Despite our challenges, India is not on an upward trajectory. Our demographic strength, digital infrastructure, entrepreneurial energy, and technological capability place us at a remarkable moment in history. The developed world is facing structural challenges. India is still building its future. So my message to you is simple. Stay in India. Invest in India. Invest in the future. India's success will depend on a generation that is globally competent, technologically fluent, ethically grounded, and mentally agile. That generation is sitting in front of us today. Do not measure your careers by your titles. Measure them by impact. Do not seek certainty. Seek capability. Do not fear change. Master it. Your degree from ISB is not a guarantee of success. It's a platform. What you build on that platform will depend on your willingness to continuously learn, adapt, and to lead with conviction. I congratulate each one of you on your achievement today. May you not only succeed in this changing world, but may you help shape it. Thank you, and my very best wishes for the journey ahead. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Gala, for sharing your thoughts with our graduating students. I would now like to invite Rajat Gupta, Head, ASA Modular Programs, to take the ceremony forward.
Thank you, Professor Deepa Mani. Dear students, today is not just about you. It's also about the people who supported you along your journey, your parents, family, friends, and loved ones. So as a small token of your gratitude to all of them, I request you all to stand up, turn towards your loved ones, and give them a very big round of applause and the loudest possible cheer. Thank you. I'm Rajat Gupta, Head ASA for the Modular Programs. We now begin this segment of the graduation ceremony with speeches from our valedictorians. While I'm sure they have much to share, I kindly request each speaker to keep their speech to 3 minutes, as we have 8 of them, from the Scholars of Excellence across various programs. I now invite Jekin Kirti Cheda, Scholar of Excellence, PGP Max, Class of 2025, to address the gathering.
Thank you, everyone. Greetings to all the dignitaries, distinguished faculties, our families, my fellow graduates, and especially my dangerously caffeinated cohort. Firstly, congratulations, we did it. Through the personal and professional commitments, pulling in the sleepless nights. What we celebrate here at ISB today is not just our degrees, but how we have honored the commitment to our transformation and growth. Every person in this graduating class was already successful before they walked into ISB in some way and form. We did not come here because we were failing. We came here because somewhere quietly we suspected what got us here might not get us where we needed to go next. That suspicion was correct. ISB did not flatter us. It showed us exactly where we still needed to grow. What we didn't fully anticipate along those explicit gains were the implicit wins, be it in the classrooms or beyond. Sending the strategy messages and voice notes beyond midnight for those competitive simulations, or debating fiercely over cases that enhance perspectives, group messages and banters that turn hilarious, and then laughing about it all over dinners, the wild parties, and the memorable trips. That shared grind is what turned a cohort of high achievers into something rarer, a community and family built on bonds and respect. This one's for my cohort of PGP Max 25. Not surprisingly enough, each one in our cohort has brought a unique flavor that the rest of us will remember for life. I'm sure you all will agree. Our discussions went beyond curricula, from global economic climate to artificial intelligence and its outcomes. Our times at ISB, I believe, is a testament that we bring that AI cannot yet replicate. Actual intelligence shaped by our experiences and actual wisdom forged through empathy, built on our successes and our failures, thus reminding us that those elements of human experience are still the things that matter the most. It also taught us something about human resolve. When geopolitical circumstances changed the designated plans for our cohort, ISB did not simply send us an apology note and move on. The leadership worked for an exceptional alternative experience. They did not lower the standards because the circumstances changed. They raised their effort instead. That is not logistics. That is a statement of values and leadership we would all do well to carry forward. And speaking of values, India is showing the world that success need not be a race where only one wins. Real success creates value for everyone at the table. Your organization, your partners, your communities, your country. ISB has been living this philosophy for years. A young institution that, through relentless standards and real-world impact on business, on policy, on people, now stands ranked among the top global institutions of our time. And we are now its alumni. We leave here today not just with an ISB credential. We leave with a responsibility as leaders to build organizations and societies that are more innovative, more inclusive, and more just. To our families, you absorb the distances, the missed weekends, divided attention. This degree has your fingerprints on it, even if the certificate still doesn't carry your name. To my own parents, my brother, my mentors, my friends, and especially my wife, Monali, thank you for believing in me. Monali, you were a pillar through every challenge and exigency this year brought. You never wavered. This one truly has your name on it all over. To our faculty and the entire ISB team, thank you for refusing to not let us coast on our past achievements. And to every classmate in this room, thank you once again for your integrity and friendships that now span industries and continents. Class of 2025, it has been an honor to learn with you and from you. May we go forward not just to do well, but to do what is fitting, consistently, courageously, and together. This is the ISB way, and it is now ours to carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Jekin. I now invite Akriti Gupta, Scholar of Excellence, PGP Pro, Class of 2025 Bengaluru cohort, to address the gathering.
Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. Standing here today means a lot to me, and this journey wouldn't have been possible without the support of a lot of guys. First and foremost, my cohort. Thank you and sorry. Thank you for making my journey fulfilling, and sorry because I know I've troubled you guys a lot. Rohan and Tony, thank you for everything, literally for everything. Our professors and academic associates, thank you for answering our endless questions and accommodating all our requests. And lastly, Ankit, Chirag, Prani, DHK, and my family, thank you for being such a strong support system. Now, let me be honest. Doing MBA with a full-time job, and that also for 18 months straight, that's stress testing 101. So a big pat on the back for the entire PGP Pro cohort of 2025. For me, personally, this program was way more than a degree. My situation didn't allow me to quit my job and pursue a regular MBA. This format enabled growth without stepping away from my responsibilities, and that really mattered to me. When I joined, I was a hardcore techie. By the way, I got specialization in finance, and today I am working in our finance sector. In fact, I landed my role through an online ISB webinar. Yes, one of those webinars which are most tempted to skip. For those of you who don't know, Sanjeev Dikchandani was the guest of speaker. I asked him a question, obviously because I'm incapable of not asking one, and that single question led to a referral in a VC fund. Special thanks to Siddharth for organizing that webinar. Who would have thought an opportunity was hiding behind an optional Zoom link? That moment stayed with me, not because it landed with a job, but because it reminded me how often opportunity begins with a simple question. And when I look around this room today, I realize something. This entire cohort is built on that same spirit of curiosity. People balancing their jobs, pregnancies, families, girlfriends, startups, in fact, everything, while still showing up every weekend to learn. And that takes courage. And it also tells me something very important about the people in this room. We are the people who keep learning, people who keep showing up. And maybe that is the real lesson this journey leaves us with. Stay curious and keep showing up, because you never know where the next opportunity might come from. Congratulations, class of 2025. The pages ahead of us are blank, and I can't wait to see what we write next. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Akriti, also keeping it to 3 minutes, for keeping it to 3 minutes. And I'm sure the others will not let me take out my stopwatch. I would now invite Mridula Kakrala, Scholar of Excellence, PGP Pro, Class of 2025, Delhi cohort, to address the gathering.
Look at all the energy in the room. Good evening, everyone. Before anything else, just take a look around. Look at all the students who underwent the rigorous program. Look at all the parents who survived our sleepless phases, and the professors who somehow survived our ridiculous questions. So if someone had told us on day one that we were expected to do the endless assignments, surprise quizzes, and all while managing a full-time job, we might have quietly checked the refund policy, isn't it? But here we are. Congratulations to everyone. Between the board meetings and the late-night submissions, we rediscovered something which we haven't felt in a while. What it means to stretch, what it means to hustle, and what it means to grow. And we came thinking we knew a lot, but somehow we now leave that there's so much to learn. There is a verse from Bhagavad Gita that beautifully captures this journey. Uttharet atmanatmanam, which means lift yourself by your own effort. Each of us did exactly that, with determination and with discipline. And of course, with more coffee than we would like to admit. So today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge all the people who made this possible. To our professors, thank you for pushing us beyond the easy answers and for reminding us that leadership begins with curiosity. To our dean and the entire ISB team for creating a space where working professionals like us can think deeply and evolve. To my fellow hustlers, a room full of overachievers, what stands out most is the generosity. We shared notes, insights, and yes, sometimes spirited disagreements too. But we learned that success feels far more meaningful when it is shared. And now, on a very personal note, thank you to my parents, Mr. Vijayanand Kakarla and Mrs. Sita Kakarla, for believing and teaching me that education is one investment that never depreciates. And to my friends and family who stood by quietly and confidently, your belief is my foundation. To my dear spouse, Sam, you have carried more than your share, and I cannot thank you enough for being the biggest cheerleader so I could carry this dream. And my dearest daughter, Ishita, thank you for patiently waiting one night after another when Amma said, one more assignment. And when I came tired home and could not play with you, you massaged and helped me relax. So you remind me every day that your ambition and kindness can go hand in hand. So as we step forward, the world we return to is complex and fast changing, as also advised by our dean. So perhaps the real lesson here is quite simple. Competence will open doors, but only character will decide how long you stay in the room. But maybe we build organizations where excellence and empathy coexist. May we take decisions we are proud of to discuss at dinner tables, and may we grow without outgrowing our values. Finally, a beautiful thought to close with, Sangat Chadvam Samat Chadvam, which literally means move forward, speak forward. May we rise and may we rise others together. The future is not something which we wait for, it is something which we build for. Once again, congratulations each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mridula. I now invite Amrit Chatterjee, Scholar of Excellence, PGP Pro Class of 2025, Hyderabad cohort, to address the gathering.
Hi, everyone. This has been an amazing evening, listening to great thoughts, great speeches. And when I stand in front of you today, I was thinking, what is it that I should talk to you about? And the one word that keeps coming every time, everywhere, is transformation. And being an engineer, we start thinking, how do we decode transformation? And so the way I decoded was a simple equation, right? The first part of the equation is you and ISB. All of you were here 15 months, 18 months, weekends, weekdays. You learned a lot through this journey, and that changed you from functional managers to more general managers, people who came with thinking about a function to become strategic thinkers at every step. The next equation is technology. And obviously the biggest change is AI, how AI is transforming our jobs. And very interestingly, ISB at every step had AI in their course. In fact, we did more AI than I could have thought in this course. And so we learned, how will AI intersect with us at every day in the life? That's all the left-hand side of the equation. What's the right-hand side? The right-hand side is India 2047. It's the bold vision that our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has of how we will build a Viksit Bharat. And there you go. The simple equation is you into ISB, into technology, is going to get us that Viksit Bharat. And hopefully, by the time we are done with our careers, we will see that. Now, no valedictorian speech is really complete without thanking family members. Today, I chose not to just thank my family members, but I want to thank all the family members. So on behalf of my cohort, I want to say this very clearly, that our parents have done extreme sacrifices. And that's the reason why we are here, why we've been able to get to ISP. So thank you, parents. You've been the source of inspiration. Two, most of us have married, we have better halves, girlfriends, boyfriends. They have been the pillar of our success as well. They have silently stood by us, they have ensured, they have supported us even when weekends used to get a little boring. And finally, our children, right? Our children always help us navigate through the most difficult times in our life. And I experienced one when I lost my father, and I can still say how my son helped me through it. I'm sure your children do help you in the same way. Finally, to cap it off, I want to really appreciate the ISB ecosystem, our Dean, Professor Madan, our distinguished staff, our guests, our faculty, who have been the source of inspiration at every step and ensured that we have come as a stronger person. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. Celebrate your moment.
Thank you, Amrit. I now invite Gyan Prakash Rungta, Scholar of Excellence, PGP Pro Class of 2025, Mumbai cohort, to come and address the gathering.
Hello, ISBNs. Good evening, respected faculty, distinguished guests, and my dear friends. As I stand on this podium today, I feel a deep sense of gratitude and humility. I realize that this journey has never been mine alone. First, to my wife Pari and my son Shrey, thank you for being my constant support and strength during one of the most amazing and intense phases of our lives. There were countless moments when I may have been physically present but mentally immersed in assignments, deadlines, and responsibilities. Your patience, love, and most important, sacrifice made this journey possible. To my father and mother, you have laid the foundation for everything I stand on today. You have instilled in me discipline, integrity, and resilience to keep moving forward in life. This milestone belongs to you as much as it belongs to me. To my friends Pratik and Rohan, who have inspired me to pursue MBA after being away from academics for so long. Now, to my classmates, from being strangers to teammates and now lifelong friends. What a journey it has been. We debated fiercely, competed passionately, and sometimes disagreed strongly. But more importantly, we supported each other in this journey. The diversity of our cohort has expanded our perspectives and enriched our thinking beyond measure. Some of you have had a huge impact on me. I would like to especially thank Siddharth for challenging me on my preconceived notions about myself and proving me wrong on many occasions. Dean, Kashish, and Niket for being my go-to buddies throughout the journey. Pankaj and Shobhit for guiding me through a tough career transition. I would like to also say that each and every person of my cohort has contributed immensely in my growth. Now, to our wonderful professors, you have influenced us in more ways than we expected. Beyond frameworks and theories, you have shaped how we think, how we question, and how we lead. You have given structure and direction to our thoughts, and that will stay with us for our life. Finally, to this great institution, Indian School of Business. ISB is not special because of its rank or infrastructure. It is special because of the culture it builds and leadership it nurtures. It is shaping public policy, strengthening India's ecosystem, nurturing entrepreneurs, and driving growth across nation. More importantly, it is shaping people who will shape the future of this country. As I move forward in life, I aspire to play an active role in nation building. ISB has given me the vision to create impact, not just success, but meaningful contribution. I would like to end with this thought. The greatest gift that we can give to us, to this institution as a student is to create lasting impact in society through our work and leadership. Thank you. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gyan Prakash. We now move on to PGP MFAB. I invite Krishna Kumar Joshi, Scholar of Excellence, PGP MFAB Class of 2025, to address the gathering.
Good evening, faculty, families, and friends. We were all told in very clear terms that our speeches today must not exceed 3 minutes. 3 minutes is an awfully short time to thank you all, but then again, so would be this lifetime. We often stand at finish lines like this and talk about achievement. But as I stand here as a scholar of excellence, I'm reminded of Sant Kabir, who said, "Na kachu kiya, na kari sakya, na karne yog sharir. Jo kuch karya, sahib karya, bhayo Kabir Kabir." My sahib, my divine force, is sitting right in the audience with us. My life is not my own. It is a canvas, vibrantly colored by everyone who poured their soul into me. I stand here because of a grandfather who taught me that leadership is not about the spotlight. His selfless service taught me Nishkam Karma. I stand here because of a grandmother who never went to school, yet taught me to read the world. She embodied the highest ethics and values, yet never lectured about them. I stand here because of my Guruji, my spiritual compass, who reminds me that our daily purusharth must always serve the ultimate liberation. These are the roots that hold me upright. But roots need nourishment. To my younger brother Callahan, my shadow and my pillar, thank you for your quiet strength and setting standards of excellence. To Surbhi, my wife, when my mind is clouded, you are my clarity. You nudge me towards what is morally right, not just what is practically easy. You trust me when I don't trust myself. Thank you for that. And of course, to the MFAB cohort, especially Mihir for dropping the darkest jokes known, Nirmit for saving our View Once WhatsApp images, Neeraj for delivering the loudest laughter from the very first of benches, Kishan, who is still struggling to change his phone's wallpaper, Ronak, the analytical mastermind, Talin, a quiet human Google Maps, Saulabhya, the 24/7 businessman, and of course, Lord Divyansh, the party animal who gets in trouble for doing routine things. You taught me that solace and solutions are best found through laughter. But friends, our laughter, our education, our privilege, it is all a luxury. It is a luxury that is afforded to me by two people sitting here today. My parents were scholars whose own dreams were paused by duty. My father, Vinod Kumar, scouted the world to find me the best of everything. My mother, Rajlakshmi, my first teacher, traded her sleep, comfort, and health for my discipline. They do not have degrees I hold today, but they had a vision far greater than what any university could teach. In our tradition, when a student finishes their education, they offer Guru Dakshina. So today, I offer mine. To my friends, I promise you my loyalty. To my wife and brother, I promise to be your anchor as you have been mine. To my PGP MFAB cohort, I promise my unconditional support. We aren't just stepping into jobs. We are stepping into the driver's seat of the Indian economy. ISB has been our shared crucible, teaching us that our family businesses are more than just balance sheets. They are the heartbeats of our communities. On behalf of our cohort, our Guru Dakshina to this exceptional institution, exceptional school, is a pledge of shared institution building. We promise to be living testaments to its values, ensuring that our businesses thrive as engines of growth and integrity. ISB brand remains synonymous with trust in every boardroom that we lead. We may graduate today, but we remain the guardians of this great institution's legacy. And finally, to my parents, Mummy, Daddy, I'm standing up here today, but this achievement does not belong to me. These medals are not mine. They're yours. My achievement is simply the reflection of your sacrifice. Class of 2025, we were born into roots, but we are built for the skies. Let us go out and color the future as vibrantly as our sahibs have colored ours. It's been a great honor. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Krishna. We're now moving on to AMPBA. Firstly, AMPBA Class of 24 Winter. I invite Karthik Babu Vishwanathan, Scholar of Excellence, AMPBA Class of 24 Winter, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Karthik. I'm from the class of AMPBA 2024. Standing here giving this speech is a proud moment for me because it's been more than 20 years since I graduated from my undergrad program. Coming back to school was a very difficult decision. I've been like a people manager for several years, and my objective to come to school was to get more hands-on, work more closely with the engineers. And I'm very happy to say that I've met that objective. Today I'm able to sit with my teams, collaborate more closely, understand the machine learning models. And apart from this, I'm also very happy to say that I've built a large AI-first team at my workplace, which not only has contributed in improving the developer productivity, but also drives business value on a day-to-day basis. So a huge thanks to ISB, the program office, the faculty, the TAs, for creating a very rewarding course, very intense but very rewarding course. Huge thanks to my classmates and group mates because I've learned as much from our collaboration as I've learned from the program. And a big thanks to my family, my wife Ramya, my dad, and my two little daughters, Arna and Anika. I wouldn't be standing here without you. Thank you all, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Karthik. I now invite Kanishk Rana, Scholar of Excellence, AMPBA Class of 25 Summer, to address the gathering.
Hello, everyone. Thanks to ISB for this honor and for this moment. True to the spirit of our quick com apps, I'll keep this brief. I'll start by thanking my parents, especially my mom, who pushed me to pursue this because she thought I had too much time on my hands. They absorbed the sacrifice, they did everything, and they made sure I get through this. And for many of my batchmates, it's their spouses and kids. They carried the real load, and they are an equal part, if not more, for this achievement. This would be a really good time to give them another big round of applause. Next up, to the faculties, the TAs, and the support staff for making our time genuinely memorable for the time, whatever we spent here. A special mention to Professor Piyush, who, while teaching recommendation system to a batch, asked for 5 movies, and my group submitted the entire Fast and Furious franchise. So thank you for bearing with us, genuinely. I would like to tip my hat to my batchmates and the friends I made along the way. Dhruv, Jerry, Lavanya, Preksha, Pragati, Priyesh, Sriram, Ronit, Prakhar, and Mohit, who made this experience worthwhile. I would again like to thank RCRs, Mark, who ensured we didn't miss any email even when we wanted to, and Lavanya, who took our grievances to the admin more times that we can't count, and took the heat from both sides. You all made this journey so memorable and so much more fun than it had any right to be. Every speech has its motivational movement, and the motivational part, so here goes mine. You may have heard that bumblebees aerodynamically cannot and shouldn't be able to fly, yet ignoring all the laws, they fly anyway. It's a great quote, but kind of also not true, unless you state your assumptions. It's in the same vein as 70% of iPhones in India are bought on EMI. Confidently quoted, but there is no verifiable source. We have spent enough months learning about data information, and I hope as we leave here, we make sure the information the world relies on is actually worth acting on. I'm not sure I've earned the right to give any grand advice yet, so here's the best borrowed wisdom I have received so far. Never regret your decisions if you made them with the best information you had at that point. You can only optimize for the variables you know. Life is best lived in the present with confidence, oftentimes justified in retrospect, and justification is futile. My hope for all of us is that we drive real impact at whatever we do and wherever we are, and ideally have a lot of fun doing it. Today is a day of relief and celebration. Let's make the most of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanishk. We now move on to the Teacher of the Year awards. The students of each program vote for their favorite teacher from among those who taught them. All the award-winning faculty members have shared a message that will be sent to your alum email ID after the graduation ceremony. We will start with the faculty who are present here to receive the award. I invite our chief guest, Mr. Jayadev Galla and Dean Madan, to present the Teacher of the Year award. The PGP MFAB class of 2025 has selected Professor Kavil Ramachandran as the Teacher of the Year for the course Management, Family and the Board, Managing Paradoxes in Communication. I invite Professor Kavil Ramachandran to receive the Teacher of the Year award. The PGP Pro Bangalore cohort of the class of 2025 and PGP Pro Mumbai cohort class of 2025 have selected Professor Karthik Balakrishnan as Teacher of the Year for the core course, Accounting, Analysis and Information. I invite Professor Karthik Balakrishnan to receive the Teacher of the Year award. He's already there for both Bangalore and the Mumbai cohorts. The following faculty members have been selected as the Teacher of the Year by the respective cohorts taught by them, but they are unable to join us today and have sent their best wishes. The PGP Max class of 2025 has selected Professor Simi Kedia for the course Financial Strategies for Value Creation and Professor Michael Scherer for the course Negotiation Analysis. The PGP MFAB class of 2025 has also selected Professor Lina Kinga-Hans as the Teacher of the Year for Communication and Negotiation course. Moving on, the PGP Pro Delhi cohort of class of 2025 and Pro Hyderabad cohort class 2025 have selected Professor Shyam V. Sundar as Teacher of the Year for the core course Accounting, Analysis and Information. The PGP Pro Delhi cohort, PGP Pro Bangalore cohort and PGP Pro Hyderabad cohort of class of 2025 has selected Professor Prachi Deoskar as the Teacher of the Year for the elective course Portfolio Management. The Mumbai cohort has selected Professor N.R. Prabala as the Teacher of the Year for the elective course Capital Raising Strategies in Corporations. Both the AMPBA class of 2024 winter and AMPBA class of 2025 summer have selected Professor Manish Gupta as Teacher of the Year for the course Natural Language Processing and Generative AI. We now move on to the Academic Associate of the Year Awards. Academic Associates also form an important part of a student's academic journey at ISB, conducting tutorial sessions and answering students' questions. To recognize their contributions, students select the top academic associate for the program. I request them to come to the stage as I read their names to receive their certificates. The following academic associates have been selected for the honors. Prasad Galadine for PGP Max class of 2025. Bhuvnesh Kumar Shukla for PGP Pro class of 2025 Bengaluru cohort. He's not here. Meghavali Singh for PGP Pro class of 2025 Delhi cohort. Roshan Sheikh for PGP Pro class of 2025 Hyderabad cohort. Amit Rana for PGP Pro class of 2025 Mumbai cohort and also for PGP MFAB class of 2025. I'm sorry. Selva Sundari K for AMPBA 2024 winter. Hanumantu Naik for AMPBA 2025 summer. He's not here. Thank you, Mr. Galla and Dean Madan. We now commence the conferment of certificates to the students. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you now the PGP Max class of 2025, all the cohorts of PGP Pro class of 2025, PGP MFAB class of 2025, and the AMPBA classes of 2024 winter and 2025 summer. We start by recognizing the achievements and contributions of our students during the course of the program. ISB recognizes meritorious performance and rewards academic excellence. There are 2 awards for each cohort. The Scholar of Excellence Award honors the student who ranks first in the graduating class. The Dean's List comprises the top 10% of the graduating class by academic performance. The Scholar of Excellence from each program's cohort is also on the Dean's List. In addition to the Scholar of Excellence and Dean's List, ISB confers 2 additional awards for the students of PGP Pro. The Flag Bearer Award honors students who made exemplary contributions to the school and their cohort's experience. The Brand Ambassador Award recognizes students who have made excellent contributions to the school and their cohort's experience. May I request Mr. Jayadev Galla and Dean Madan to present the certificates, please. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP Max, Class of 2025, is Jekin Kirti Chera. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP Pro Class of 2025 Bengaluru cohort is Akriti Gupta. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP Pro Class of 25 Delhi cohort is Mridula Kakrala. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP Pro Class of 2025 Hyderabad cohort is Amrit Chatterjee. Before I take the next name, I also want to mention Mridula Kakrala is also the winner of the Flag Bearer Award. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP Pro Class of 2025 Mumbai cohort is Gyan Prakash Rungta. The Scholar of Excellence for PGP MFAB Class of 2025 is Krishna Kumar Joshi. The Scholar of Excellence for AMPBA Class of 2024 Winter is Karthik Babu Vishwanathan. The Scholar of Excellence for AMPBA Class of 2025 Summer is Kanishk Rana. I now present to you the students on the Dean's List for PGP Max Class of 2025. Ramya Dodle, Praveen Gupta, Himanshu Gupta, Kaushik Harilal Mamanya, Prerna Singh Sindhar, and Sumit Tyagi. I now present to you the students on the Dean's List, Flag Bearer, and Brand Ambassador Award winners for Bengaluru, Delhi, Hyderabad, and the Mumbai cohorts of PGP Pro Class of 2025. The students on the Dean's List for the Bengaluru cohort are Anshej Habin, Vedant Khanna, and Santosh Kumar Singh. Nitin Bhagat is the winner of the Brand Ambassador Award. Rahul Yadav is on the Dean's list for the Delhi cohort and a winner of the Brand Ambassador Award. The following students are on the Dean's list for the Delhi cohort: Navjot Shankar, Sudhanshu Agarwal, Jaspinder Singh Gujral is the winner of the Flag Bearer Award. Gitanjali Srivastav is on the Dean's list and also winner of the Flag Bearer Award for the Hyderabad cohort. The following students are on the Dean's list for the Hyderabad cohort: Pavan Kumar Chaka, Bhavita Chhawa, Revant Dharipali, Ashwini MR, Rohit Muralidharan Nair, Kumar Utkarsh, the following students are the winners of the Flag Bearer Award: Rohit Manglik, Jyoti Sharma, the following students are the winners of the Brand Ambassador Award: Nivedita, Raga Deepika Gulipali, Pranita Jonalageda, Harshvardhan Kuruganti, Manavita Reddy Munangi, Priyanka Rajkumar, Rishabh Jain from the Mumbai cohort is on the Dean's list and also a winner of the Brand Ambassador Award. Taksh Sudhir Dodi from the Mumbai cohort is on the Dean's list. The following students are the winners of the Flag Bearer Award: Niket Kumar Neemchand Puria, Siddharth Singh Tomar, the following students are the winners of the Brand Ambassador Award: Akriti Ahuja, Divesh Gupta, Shivangi Milan Sangvi, the following students from PGP MFAB are on the Dean's list: Manavika Agarwal. Neeraj Kumar Bhaite. Meher Bajaj. Ronak Sher Amir Singh Khurana. Nirmit Sanjay Shah. The following students from AMPBA class of 2024 winter are on the Dean's list. Siddhartha Achyuthani. Ishwar Bhattu. Ojasvi Chauhan. Mehdiya Fatima. Rishi Gharak. Kriti Joshi. Jaspreet Kaur. Kashika Sharda. The following students from AMPBA class of 2025 summer are on the Dean's list. Ishika Agarwal. Divya Bhatre. Sriram Gopal Krishnan. Kumar Jayant. Jerry Mavali. Shankalika Sarkar. Pranita Sitapalli. Prakhar Singh. Thank you to our chief guest, Mr. Galla, for presenting the medals and certificates to our award winners. We sincerely appreciate your time and encouragement. May I now request you to kindly take your seat. The certificates for the rest of the graduating class will now be presented by the Dean. I now present to you the rest of the PGP Max class of 2025 in alphabetical order of the last name. Anubhav Agarwal. Nikhil Agarwal. Ankita Anand. Shreyoshri Banerjee. Aditya Bhushan Batra. Dinesh Kumar Bezawada. Nikita Chatterjee. Prashant Chaudhary. Sanjeev Chopra. Praveena Darla. Aditya Desai. Nikhil Gulati. Nidhi Gupta. Harshit Gupta. Vishal Kanodia. Subramanyam Koluri. Rahul Kothari. Sanjeev Kumar. Neeraj Kumar. Madhur Lakshmikant Ladha. Vaibhav Maheshwari. Sudarshan Manivel. Puneet Mathur. Sachi Singh Mazumdar. Manika Mittal. Meena Maurya. Veena Murlidharan. Satirtha Nandi. Srikanth Natarajan. Narendra Odela. Shodhan Anantaram Pai and Junior. Shravan Kumar Pothu. Janaki Pulaparthi. Venkataraman Raghunathan. Nilesh Ranjan. Harihara Nandan Reddy. Birendranath Sasmal. Vineet Sharma. Shashwat Sharma. Neha Srivastava. Tarun Singh. Satya Murthy Shivalinka. Shruti Solipuram. Shankari Sridharan, Raghavendra Swami Thala Baktula, Saurabh Machindra Thorat, Mohan Rahul Tuluri, Tarun Tyagi, Shashank Upadhyay, Anuya Yadav, Venkateshwara Rao Yarlagada, and Junior. Prashant Kumar Pandey. I apologize for all the names I've missed so far and the ones I might. I now present to you the rest of the PGP Pro Bengaluru class of 2025 in alphabetical order of last name. Rashmi Rekha Beriganjan, Rohan Vijay Barsanya, Ayush Bhala, Diksha Avasthi Bunde, Saumitra Kumar Das, Ahan Dor, Mohammad Afzan Azam Faruqi, Chandra Sagar Gurram, Priyanka Jain, Pranav Joshi, Sapan Nitin Karya, Pranav Krishna, Vineet Srinanda Kuduvali, Amaresh Mahapatra, Amit Malamma Nagarajappa, Naveen Narayanan, Neelam Pramod Purohit, Somesh Rai, Rahul Ramachandran, Saptarshi Ray, Abhishek Roy, Shrikant S, Purva Ulhas Sane, Isha Sen, Sharmishtha Sharma, Dhananjay Shukla, Rohit Shukla. Devaditya Singh Sisodia. Guru Kaustubh Vilas Tegi. Shailesh Udaya Prakash. Satya Praveen Vemuri. Parthasarthi Vidyabharti. I now present to you the rest of the PGP Pro Delhi class of 2025 in alphabetical order of the last name. Siddharth Bindal. Devika Goyal. Sanchit Gupta. Pooja Hasija. Gautam Joshi. Rishikesh Dilip Joshi. Gaurav Kaul. Arun Kumar. Nisha Makhiani. Pankaj Malia. Kunal Mathur. Rahul Mathur. Shilpi Mishra. Ashima Mittal. Shebalik Pal. Jyotika Pruthi. Parikshit Raria. Mayank Sachin. Karan Ashok Sangani. Gaurav Sareen. Pallavi Sharda. Parv Sharma. Aditi Sharma. Aishwarya Sharma. Divesh Upendra Singh. Agrita Sinha. Rachit Verma. Avijit Krishna Zucchi. I now present to you the rest of the PGP Pro Hyderabad class of 2025 in alphabetical order of the last name. Gaurav Ahuja. Shri Vatsa Deshikulu Attan. Sirisha Bhamidipati. Shalika Bhatnagar. Shiva Ramakrishna Chalivendri. Swarna Chandrika Rachuri. Anusha Chundri. Chunduru. Dinakar Das. Or DAS. Kumari Inu. Sorry, before her it was Dinakar DAS. Amina now call Sundeep Gopal. Aishwarya Bala Gurzada. Geetika Joshi. Jasleen Kaur. Pooja Komireddy. Nitesh Kumar. Ranga Teja Kundula. Manish Sukumar Lengade. Sirisha Nadela. Harita Samiraja Nagampalli. Nivedita Narayanan. Gurshed Singh Oberoi. Ketan Anand Om. Shubham Subhasis Panda. Sadhana Patha. Suyog Shriram Pathak. Nidhi Raj. Ashok Kaiparaj. Ravi Kumar Raninga. Praveen Kumar Raparthi. Shobit Rastogi. Mohammad Samir. Tony Jacob Samuel. Shri Ram Ganesh Sastrigal. Anirudh Narayan Srivastav. Shri Anup Singareddy Gari. सृष्टि श्रीवास्तव, धार्मिन हरीश ठक्कर, क्रांति राज ठटिकोंडा, श्रीकांत थोरम, ललित कुमार तुमुरी, मुनमुन उपाध्याय, वेटुकुरी वेंकटा राजेंद्र वर्मा, कपिल वर्मा, संजय विश्वकर्मा, पृथ्वी कृष्णा यार्लगदा, कृष्णा अग्रवाल, Okay, I now present to you the rest of the PGP Pro Mumbai class of 2025 in alphabetical order of last name. Anirudh Anant, Hariharan B, Shreya Banerjee, शांतनु तपन भट्टाचार्य, हर्षवर्धन बोथरा, दीपतरुण दास, माधव चौधरी दसारा, महेश जुडेजा, पद्मिनी आनंद प्रकाश गांधी, श्रीनंदा गांगुली, रुशित पीयूष गुराडिया, दिव्या कनक जैन, प्राची कपूर, मोहम्मद शफीक खान, मिलोनी मिलिंद कोठारी, see if you can take the balloon with you. Dean John Narona, it's okay. Utkarsh Pandey, Nirali Parekh, Arkesh Patnaik, दिशा साहनी, पूर्वा शर्मा, कवलजीत सिंह, कार्तिक सिंह, यू तेजा स्वरूप, वतम परम्बिल वेणुगोपालन वरुण, कशिश वोरा, दिशा महारुद्र वागले, पंकज वांखड़े, राघव याग्निक, आदित्य येडेकर, I now present to you the rest of the PGP MFAB class of 2025 in alphabetical order of the last name. Shrey Agarwal, Talin Agarwal, Arjun Agarwal, धीमंत अग्रवाल, शशांक रेड्डी एलिनी, शिवापुल्ला रेड्डी अपिडी, अमृत अरोड़ा, PVS पवन कुमार बोमदेवरा, भानु वर्धन रेड्डी बोरा, सैनिखिल छावा, आकर्ष रेड्डी चेरपुड़ी, धर्म सुरेश गाला, कौशिक नागार्जुना रेड्डी गणेशम, शाश्वत गर्ग, श्रीनिधि गोगिनेनी, वेदांत गोकनी, नीहा गुप्ता, अर्नव गुप्ता, राम नितेश जल्दू, आनंद प्रशांत कंदोई, यशविन कपूर, शूलिन सिंह कोहली, महक मदन, गर्विता मामूदिया, मितुल वेंकट नदेंद्रा, अनुषा नाम्बुरी, साइतजा पाइडीपली, Parth Pandita, Nipun Pugalia, Vedant Saraf, Hitarth Hiren Shah, Rishabh Singh, Omkar Subhash Sumani, Visalachi Subramaniam, Advait Surana, Rishabh Turakia, Surya Vantaram, Devansh Singh Yadav, Rohit Harlalka, Harshvi Narendra Mamanya. All right, I now present to you the AMPBA Winter Class of 2024 in alphabetical order of the last name. Samira Afreen, Jai Ahuja, Rakesh Bala, Alisha Batra, Shruta Kirti Bhagwat, Shreya Bange, Shruti Chandrasekhar, Gautam Chhabria, Sahaj Desai, Akanksha Dikshit, and Junior, Srishti Datta, Akhil Ghai, Chitranka Ghosh, Pushkar Godbole, Anmol Gupta, Akshat Gupta, Rajat Gupta, Vinay HS, Isha Jonjalkar, Pavan Kabur, Shubham Kamboj, Kunal Katira, Atharva Korpe, CJ Krishnan, Tanmay Kumar, Vinay Kumar, Manish Kumar, Gopi Krishna Lingala, Harish M, Shashikant M, सहज महेश्वरी, अजय मानशनी, रूपा मुलकुटला, अनिरुद्धा नायर, अंकुर नांग्या, सुजय नेतुरकर, यशवंत पी, शाहरुख पतन, सितांशु पटनायक, अनिरुद्ध पेंतपति, रेशमा प्रभु, हर्ष पुंजवानी, संतोष पुपला, चंद्रापनी आर, साहिती रावी, वैश्रवन राव, निखिल रेड्डी, अशोक रिमनापुडी, अर्पण साहा, अभिनव सराफ, गौरव सक्सेना, मौलिन शाह, सैयद शाह, निखिल शर्मा, सुधांशु सिंह, भुवना श्री, पेंटा स्वरूप, विनया थिमप्पा, हर्षा तिवारी, श्रुति वलकुंडा, सत्य वसंतवड़ा, साई वेमुला, संध्या यादव, I now present to you the rest of the AMPBA summer class of 2025 in alphabetical order of the last name. Samiksha, Janki Ben Acharya, Medha Adhikari, Kumar Anurag, name is not. Kumar Anurag is done, sorry. Arindam Badyopadhyay, Satyajit Chakrabarti, Anmol Chhabda, Jatin Diwan, संदीप देवर्दे, रचना देवराज, छला धनुंजय रेड्डी, हिमांशु दुबे, सूरज द्विवेदी, अंकित गुप्ता, अमृता हरि, कृष्णा हर्षा तंगिराला, प्रियेश जगताप, सिया जैन, आशीष जॉनथन डिक्रूज, आशीष जोस, प्रदीप कारा, नरुमंची कीर्ति, मोहम्मद खान, श्रीहरि कोदम, ध्रुव ललानी, सूर्या लवन्या, अनघ महाजन, दिव्या मिश्रा, अमूल नायक, मुकुंद पद्मनाभ, मोहित पटनी, प्रणवी पोकला, बटुला प्रगति, ओम प्रकाश, प्रेक्षा राय, ऋतिक रंजन, अनिरुद्ध रपतवर, पहल राठौर, सिमृता रेड्डी गोपी रेड्डी, रोनित साल्वी, रहीम शेख, विशाल शर्मा, राहुल शर्मा, श्वेता, तरुण सिंगला, दर्शित सिन्हा, गौरव सिन्हा, वर्षा सिन्हा, बना श्रीनाथ रेड्डी, नितिन स्वर्णकर, निमित तांत्या, सिद्धेश वनिकर, Tanay Verma. Abhay Verma. Devyesh Vengurlekar. Neeti Verma. Krishna Vikrant Kumar Nadipalli. Pratyusha Vishwanatha. And Junior. Mark Yedu. John Abraham. Thank you, Dean Madan. All right, settle down, please. Dear graduates, today marks the culmination of your hard work and efforts during your time in the program. I believe that your time at ISB has been transformational, where you learned from the best faculty and your diverse set of peers, and that the tassel was worth the hassle. Now we wish you all the very best to confidently face the challenges that life throws at your end. Make a mark in your respective fields, bringing pride to yourself, your family, and to your alma mater, the Indian School of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing all the new graduates the very best in everything they do in life. I now request Professor Karthik Balakrishnan, incoming Deputy Dean for Faculty and Research, to propose the vote of thanks.
Right, congratulations. As a result of countless hours of effort, dedicated class participation, CPs, and understanding of different decision-making frameworks, you are now equipped with the confidence to go into any meeting room and say with confidence, "It depends." Or, let me circle back to you on this one. And I can see that on your faces. So go out there and flaunt that skill in all your meetings ahead, all right? Here we are at the close of another incredible year at ISB. And as we conclude, let's take a moment to be thankful for how we got here and this journey, for all of the 478 of us who have graduated. First and foremost, and we have done this a few times today, but it never is sufficient to thank our family and friends without whose support and sacrifices we wouldn't be here today. It's truly gratifying to witness the pride and joy in all their faces. Thank you to the members of ISB's Executive Board and the Mohali Campus Advisory Board for their unstinting guidance and support over the years. Our sincere thanks to the dignitaries on the dais, and especially to our chief guest, Jayadev Galla, who has graced this occasion and shared some of the most memorable thoughts with us. I now request our Dean to present a memento to Mr. Galla as a token of our appreciation. Thank you, sir, for coming in today and making this occasion a very special one. Next, our thanks are owed to our partner schools, the Wharton School, the Kellogg School of Management, and the London Business School, who have stayed with us with unwavering support for the last 25 years. A special thanks to our area leaders and faculty from these schools who not only teach in these programs, but also contribute in many ways to building ISB as an institution that it stands today. To our esteemed faculty, both resident and visiting, thank you for your dedication and support throughout the year and you are the central strength on which our program lies. To our ISB alumni, you continue to be a great source of pride as you go out into the world and make your mark. Even while building your own careers, you have generously shared your time and wisdom with us, whether through admission process, whether it's through our interviews, placement support, or just providing feedback to us from time and again. A special thanks to the government of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chandigarh, and Punjab for their constant and valued support over the years. And to our guests from media who have been with us today, thank you for being here and your continued support of ISB. And of course, I must thank our ISB staff, the backbone of this institution. Thank you for all your efforts and making sure that every interaction that we have shows ISB's world-class experience. We would also like to acknowledge and thank various service providers and support staff at ISB who ensure smooth functioning and comfort for everyone on campus. And finally, I'm going to circle back to all of you, our graduating students. This day is about you, your success, and your future. You have been a wonderful class. I have personally experienced a significant cohort here. Thank you very much for a wonderful experience you have given me and others. And it's been truly infectious, the energy that you have shared with us. Please do stay connected with the school wherever you are, and the school will be there for you forever. So congratulations once again, and I don't want to stay in the way of your celebrations, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Karthik. I now invite Prasha and Saransh Nanda back to the stage and lead us in the singing of a national anthem. Please stand for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you for that. Two very important things remain to be completed. You may sit down in the meantime if you want. First, I would like to request that all of you join us for the celebration dinner at the atrium after this. Second, and perhaps the most important event to be completed as we now come to the end of today's program, the hat toss ritual. I know a lot of you couldn't get enough of it even during the photographs, so here's another chance to do it right and all of us together. So may I request the graduates to stand up for the hat toss. Wait. On the count of 3. Not yet. I request all of you to give out the loudest cheer you can and toss your hats as high as you can. So 1, 2, 3. I request all the students and guests to remain standing after you collected your